We've been talking a lot of nonsense. It is time, 92%ers.
Be prepared for the least professionally done interview of all time.
We are in way over our head. This is fucking, I still can't wrap my head around it. You guys are going to love this one.
Or you're going to hate it because we're morons. But
but you'll love that.
Keep your cool. Keep your cool. They're here. Keep your cool. Keep your cool.
I'm super excited. This is fucking
Play
so
it
badass.
cool. Play it cool, guys.
Leo and Benicio, let's go.
And what's up, Travis? What's up, Jason? How you guys doing, man?
It's an honor being interviewed by you guys.
Thank you. Our first podcast, fellas. We don't know what's going on.
Listen, this is the most unprofessional podcast there has ever been. We act as amateurs over here anyways. All right, here we go. Jason, you want to do the honors, my brother.
Oh, baby, our guests today, between them, have 4 Golden Globe Awards, 2 Academy Awards. They have starred in 13 films that have been nominated for Best Picture. Combined, their films have grossed almost $14 billion at the box office. You know them from their iconic roles in Sicario, Traffic, The Usual Suspects, 21 Grams, Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as Titanic, The Departed, Inception, The Revenant, Wolf of Wall Street, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and now as the stars of the new movie One Battle After Another. 92%ers, please welcome Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. That's an intro.
That was an intro.
That was tough.
Man.
That was tough.
That was like the WWF.
That's what we go for here. All energy, baby.
Hall of Famer intro, baby.
How we doing, fellas? Doing good?
Good, man.
Great. Thank you.
Coming to the end of this press tour for this movie, we've been all over the world, haven't we? LA, London, Mexico City. Now we're in New York.
We appreciate your time, man. The movie is fucking amazing. I can't wait to hear everybody's reviews when it comes out this Friday, man. You two in the movie, your dynamic is so fucking good. And Leo, you mentioned that it's political without like feeling like you're taking medicine. And I feel like your guys' dynamic of making it fun and making it like the banter is great. The characters are so great. You feel like you enjoy all the characters. When you saw the script, did you see the comedy aspects in there, or like the hints of like comedy that are in it?
I think the comedy came from the writing and the situation that Paul set up. I mean, he based this on like revolutionaries from the late 1960s, put in a modern day context. And then you have my character who's just trying to raise a daughter who can't get off the couch, who's too stoned to get off the couch. He can't remember the password from his past, and his only homie he can go to is his daughter's karate teacher. The comedy just came from that whole setup, and then I just continue to fail over and over. You think I'm going to use these espionage skills from the past, and I just fall off of roofs. We're drinking and driving. I mean,
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest parts of the movie, is like, but beneath like this very heavy setting of like revolutionary things happening and like bad actors and the government and all this, like really it's a movie about a father and a daughter, and it's like so relatable on that level, and then it's also relatable on like you're doing the best you can but you keep fucking up. Like the password scene was just brilliant, and like it's now time, all these safeguards have been put in place to actually help protect us, and we can't even get it done because we can't remember the protocols.
he's got to deal with horrible customer service.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, there's something about, I mean, I'm a sucker for any movie about a father and a daughter, father and a son. Any way you strike it, like there's just something very like visceral when you see a character trying to protect their child. And you guys you did a wonderful, Leo. Benicio, you did a great job of keeping the cool. Had to keep Bob in line.
Always had a beer for Bob when you saw him, man. It's just the OG,
Always had a
man.
Modelo Light.
A man's best friend. Yeah. Yeah.
That all came
That's
from
right.
Paul, though. I mean, Paul was writing this for 15, 20 years. He wanted to do a movie like this that was, that was politically charged, but at the heart of it, it is a story about a father protecting his daughter. I think it was very personal to him too. He wanted to do a story because he was thinking about his own daughter in this crazy world that we live in, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, Leo, you were kind of mentioning before we even started this thing that you had always wanted to work with Paul Thomas Anderson, man, and he's one of the greats. And a guy that, for those that don't know, he writes, he directs, he works a lot of the cinematography. Like there's a lot on that guy's plate going into it. What was it that really made you want to like be a part of something or work with him on a project.
I mean, he's one of those generational filmmakers that come along, once in a lifetime. I remember seeing Boogie Nights for the first time. I was like, damn, this is a cultural moment. I remember playing that CD in my car for months afterwards, just thinking about that movie, the visuals, just the fact that he delved into the world of porn and made all this humanity out of it. He created human beings, and then he just kept improving himself after that. I mean, from that point on, Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood was a masterpiece. He's one of those, you just want to be a part of his filmography. You know what I mean? He's one of those great artists that you say, man, I just love to be a sliver in that man's filmography. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that he's one of those few filmmakers out there also that is like totally original, unpredictable. And also, like you said, he brings that human condition, which means he cares about the process of the actor too.
Yeah.
Which makes every actor in this film is fantastic. From small parts, big parts, everyone is fantastic. And that's him.
We got to work with a lot of non-actors too, which was cool. We were in El Paso. We were at the border in Tijuana. We were in Borrego Springs, Northern California. And he brings in a lot of people that have these real jobs, that are real shop owners, corrections officers, military, brings all these people in and informs, the story. We're like, what would you do in this circumstance? And what would you say? So we got to work with a lot of people that I think informed what we were doing in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it shined through in the movie. It really does a great job of humanizing some very heavy things throughout. And I always love that when you're seeing both sides, everybody's acting in like self-interest, human interest, and really letting that shine through it's spectacular when a director nails it as well as he did in this film. So well done, fellas.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I kind of wanted to jump on the director bandwagon here. Benicio, you worked with Wes Anderson.
Yes.
In The Phoenician, and I fucking love that one.
Thank you.
It was so, I love the difference in how both of these guys kind of direct in their own worlds and the symmetry and everything. Wes Anderson, what is the biggest difference from a director like Paul and a director like Wes in terms of on set and just for like the viewers that dream about being on a set with these guys and you guys?
Yeah, I think that Wes is a little bit, he's got everything mapped out. And Paul is mapping it out. He's got a playbook too. Paul has a playbook. He knows what he's going to do, but he allows the actors to go in and find. He's trying to catch the reality in the moment. Wes is finding he's trying to find the reality in a contained manner, but you can still bring yourself into it. It's just a little bit more rigid, because I think Wes is a little bit more like theater, and Paul is a little bit more like a documentary.
Yeah.
So if you do a play, you got to know your lines. You got to the blocking's got to be pretty much staged. And then I think Paul tries to catch that lightning right there on the spot. He tries to catch it right there. I mean, we did many things that, are not in the film.
Yeah.
But he's just pushing you to you get a chance to improvise quite a bit, but I mean, with Wes's films, you don't as much, but with Paul, you do get to improvise a little bit, and he might just catch something that was never scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. To add to what he was saying, I mean, there's a lot of sequences. I mean, this is his first kind of action movie, Paul Thomas, and like we said, he's a master filmmaker. So I was curious what he was going to do in this genre, but he had a lot of stuff, action TBD, road trip TBD. That's to be determined. This guy comes in straight from Phoenician Scheme and is like, okay, this is what my character is doing. This is what he's not doing. He's got an Underground Railroad situation for immigrants. I know this person in the hospital. And if you kill this guy, I'm not helping him. And we're like,
wow.
So all this stuff, that was what was so cool about working with Paul. We went on we just went on a road trip for a week.
Yeah. In a way. Well, I had to set the pick. He had to roll.
Baby.
Pick he goes. Yeah.
Pick and roll,
So I just went in there. I knew I had to set the pick, I knew that.
All that driving stuff with the Modelo, that happened in 2 days. Paul's like, all right, let's get a new car. Let's get some sort of a building for him to have this system. We just went on a little road trip for the movie because Paul's open to that. I mean, he's not, a lot of writer directors, I feel like, are very rigid in exactly what they want their film to be, but he let us, the actors, really shape the characters and just said, all right, let's go somewhere else. Crew, we're moving out west. Go.
That had to be so refreshing, man. And that's so fucking cool. That's got to be not only a badge of honor because he trusts you guys and your professionalism, but that had to be like refreshing coming from other sets, I'm assuming.
Hey, he trusts me driving that car going 35, 40 miles an hour with this guy, our protagonist, LD, sitting on the edge of the window, and I'm driving. Every now and then he will look at me like this.
Epic scene,
hey, are you okay? There was that eye contact right before, but he trusts his actors a lot. Yeah,
he does.
I was going to ask who signed on to this one first between you two.
I did, man. I did. Paul's interesting. He starts like a conversation with you. You don't know if you're doing a movie or not doing a movie. He's like, let's go have dinner. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go have dinner. We're out in Tarzana, some strange restaurant. Just starts talking to you. Then he took us both to dinner, starts talking about ideas. Then he'll maybe whisper about something that he might be involved in. You're like, okay, give me a call when that happens. Then 4 months later, there's another dinner, right?
And then I get a picture. This is the character you're going to play. And he sends me a picture of a tiger. It's a poster. It's a tiger dressed in a judo kimono. And that's Sensei.
Yeah.
And I'm going, okay, I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it,
Oh, yeah. There's hints of that throughout the movie, too. I remember seeing that in the apartments.
Benicio, are you an actual sensei? Do you do martial arts?
No, I did a little bit when I was younger. I did a little bit of Taekwondo and I did a little bit of judo.
Okay.
Which judo was kind of like interesting. There's a couple moves. There's a couple moves, the sweep that is like, it can get you out of a lot of jams. But, but I'm not a sensei.
Leo, I got to ask you about the taser scene. That was a little bit too good acting.
Dude, like, you beat me to it, dude. You got to ask it.
Have you actually been tased before?
Dude, that was too
you
good,
got to
man.
have felt that to be
It's
able to do
too
that good.
I just felt the shock of what it must be like. But no, that was not real.
Watched a few YouTube videos and
A lot of people are like, did you do your own stunts? I'm like, hell no, I didn't fall off that roof, man. I would not be sitting here.
I was in tears, dude.
I would not be sitting
I
here.
was in tears, man.
That was the cool thing about this character. Every time we got up to the point where, okay, when does Bob do something heroic? And we just were like, nah, let him fuck up again.
Yeah.
He was on his couch getting
That's who he
stoned,
is,
and then he found out his daughter's gone. He's paranoid, man. He's not going to be mobile enough to pull anything. All the way to the end of the movie, we still didn't have what the ending was going to be. We're like, is this where Bob does a heroic moment? And then Paul right there's like, no. What you did is moved on to the next generation. She has to accept the trauma of your actions. You're going to do nothing heroic except be her dad and say,
and never give
I'm
up.
here. Yeah, and never give up.
And never give up. Yeah.
Fucking brilliant, man.
Is it harder to act like you've been tased or high on Quaaludes? What's harder there?
Well, I gotta say that Quaalude sequence, I didn't know when I was shooting it, but we were there for 3 or 4 days. I thought it was like a couple shots, and Marty had 50 shots set up for me crawling around up and down stairs, falling, getting into the car. I was like, damn, I didn't know this was, the tase thing was like 20 minutes. We were
All right, there you go. Boom.
You guys have both worked with, obviously, we already talked about the two Anderson directors, but Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg. Is there anything that like all these guys have in common in terms of all the greats you guys have worked with? Is there one common denominator?
What would you say if that one common?
I would say that the ability to listen, to collaborate.
Yeah.
I think the ones that I consider like greats, that they will listen, they're willing to collaborate, and some less than others. But I think that I think it would be like a coach, that listens to what you're on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
You're playing it.
Yeah.
You could sit on the sidelines and, and imagine what it would be like, but it's different when you walk in the line, So I think that the directors for me are the ones that will allow you to that will listen to what you say regarding the actual game,
And I would just add that, some directors, you have to fit into a context or a perception of a world they create. You know what I mean? There's a lot of plots that are hard to unravel, that are very intricate, that doesn't allow a lot of movement. But even those directors, if they allow you as an actor to say, Scorsese says this all the time, I don't.
Leonardo DiCaprio, known for his composed Hollywood demeanor, was visibly moved during a recent podcast taping when an unexpected gesture from NFL star Travis Kelce left him speechless. The emotional moment unfolded as Kelce, a guest on the podcast, surprised DiCaprio with a highly personal invitation. "I actually have something for you, Leo," Kelce said, producing a sleek, cream-colored envelope. "On behalf of Taylor and myself, we'd love for you to be there to celebrate with us." The invitation was, of course, to the upcoming wedding of Travis Kelce and global music icon Taylor Swift. DiCaprio, initially seeming to think it was a comedic bit, took the envelope with a chuckle. But as he opened it and read the formal details, his expression softened into one of genuine astonishment. He was silent for a long moment, looking between the card and Kelce, who was beaming with sincerity. "Wow. Seriously?" DiCaprio finally said, his voice thick with emotion. "This is incredibly kind. I'm truly honored." He paused, collecting himself before continuing. "You two are defining a moment in culture right now. To be included in something so private and meaningful. It means a lot. Thank you." Sources close to the actor suggest the invitation represents a significant moment of personal connection for DiCaprio, who moves in celebrity circles but is famously private about his relationships. The heartfelt, off-camera surprise from Kelce, a gesture bridging the worlds of sports, music, and film, clearly resonated on a human level, cutting through the usual Hollywood facade. The podcast segment, set to air in full next week, is already generating immense buzz. Listeners can expect to hear the raw audio of the surprise, capturing a rare and unguarded emotional reaction from one of the world's most recognizable stars, all sparked by a simple, heartfelt wedding invitation.